Hey guys, Tera Swigart again with FREESTYLE Ministries here to read your verse of the day. This week we're talking all about the attributes of God. We're getting to learn who He is, what He's like. Today, the attribute of God that we are talking about is that God is all-knowing. And our verse is Romans 33:36 from the NLT version. Here's what it says. Oh, how great are God's riches and wisdom and knowledge. How impossible is it for us to understand His decisions and His ways. For who can know the Lord's thoughts? Who knows enough to give Him advice? And who has given Him so much that He needs to pay it back? For everything comes from Him and exists by His power and is intended for His glory. All glory to Him forever. Amen. That's Romans 33-36. I want to break this up a little bit. It starts out by saying, oh, how great are God's riches and wisdom and knowledge. It's unfathomable how much God knows. He knows everything. He knows what happened with the dinosaurs. He knows what's going on in galaxies that we don't even know exist yet. God is all-knowing. His wisdom and His knowledge. So when we get to know Him and we spend time with Him, He imparts some of that wisdom and that knowledge to us. And then it says how impossible it is for us to understand His decisions and His ways. This is written thousands of years ago, and we still deal with this today. Sometimes we don't understand God's decisions. Sometimes I don't like God's decisions because in the meantime, it hurts. And it's hard, and I don't understand why He lets certain things happen. However, I can trust Him that He is way smarter than me, and He's got a master plan, and He can use those hard things that I go through for my good, but also for the good of others. A lot of the things that I went through, I didn't understand at the time, but now God has been able to use those things in my life to help other people who are going through them, for me to be able to say, hey, you know what? You can come through this. You can get on the other side. Or He's used it to make me stronger or to help build my faith because I had to rely on Him. And many of y'all have been in positions where you've had to rely on God. And maybe when you get back home or when you kind of stop spending as much time with God, you start to fall back into being comfortable. Sometimes it takes those hard things to get us back to being with God like we should. It says, for who can know the Lord's thoughts? Who knows enough to give Him advice? Can you advise God? We try to all the time, but we don't really know what's best for us. We don't really know what's best for the people around us. And it says, and who has given Him so much that He needs to pay it back? God has given us thousands times more than we could ever even count. So He owes us nothing. I just want you to realize that God is all-knowing. He knows every single thing that you've gone through. He's seen it all. He knows exactly how many hairs are on your head. He knows when one falls out. God sees your crying. God sees your tears. He knows your heart. He knows what makes you happy. He knows what brings you sorrow. God is all-knowing, and He cares. He truly, truly cares about you. And you know what? God knows the things that you might not even know. There might be things that you don't even know about that God has protected you from, that you won't even know until maybe later when God reveals it to you. So take heart in knowing that you don't have to know everything, that God is in control, that He knows. And no matter what you go through, He has a plan and a purpose for it that will be for your good and not your harm. So today I just want you to focus on God is all-knowing. So His decisions, whatever you're trying to figure out, God already knows. Step out in faith, trust Him, and He will lead you.